The setup for this rule of engagement is the exact same as the previous rule of engagement, where me and Obelix are bringing units of equal cost, but he's able to bring more of his... he's able to bring Germanic hurlers, because I bring Noble Alani cavalry, and he brings his Germanic Lancers. So Noble Alani cavalry, more powerful than the Germanics, Noble Germanics, of course. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to charge his Germanic Lancers after taking a volley from these Germanic hurlers. The Germanic hurlers are going to pull back, then the Germanic Lancers are going to be attacking these Noble Alani cavalry. And the problem here, though, is they are going to be knocking down their own men. They're going to get a poor charge, and the men that were knocked down are going to get hit by this cavalry. So this is an unnecessary loss of manpower for Obelix here. This unit is attacked in the rear. He's losing men. When he loses men, he loses the ammunition that was on those men. The fire here from the Elite Gotharsai, both causing casualties to the Germanic hurlers and to the Germanic Lancers for the cost of a single Noble Alani cavalry. So the Noble Alani cavalry still takes a significant amount of casualties. However, you can see they're losing a lot of men, and the Germanic Lancers pulling out here. Noble Alani follow them into the Elite Gotharsai. And that, of course, makes it not the best of ideas for me to be using my Elite Gotharsai to throw precursors, because quite a few of my own men died there. They didn't get a full volley off because they didn't have good line of sight. But here the Germanic Lancers are going to be moving around. I'm going to try to pull out my Noble Alani cavalry, but it's too late, so the Noble Alani cavalry has suffered casualties, and now they are breaking. So even with the overpowered Noble Alani cavalry, when you throw in different units into the mix, things start becoming much more complex, and there are more things to consider. So the Noble Alani are off the field. The Germanic Lancers are still alive. Just as the Elite Gotharsai break, my Gotharsai turn around, give the Germanic Lancers a volley. But there's a problem. There are still these Germanic hurlers on the field, and they have quite a bit of ammo. Enough ammo to kill these Elite Gotharsai. So although by knocking down his own units and taking friendly fire, Obelix lost both of his units and didn't manage to destroy my infantry, these Germanic hurlers are going to have no problems dealing with the Elite Gotharsai with a bit of kiting. You can see they're killing a lot of Elite Gotharsai here, and if they just keep kiting, no problem. And if this was a battle, Obelix would no doubt have pulled out his units without... pull his units away from precursor range. So this elite unit of Gotharsai, 7 ammunition left on Germanic hurlers, more than enough to destroy the unit. So over here, for some reason, the Germanic hurlers refused to fire, so we had to move back and forth a few times before they decided they wanted to fire. We're going to be sending the Noble Alani up against the Germanic Lancers again. And over here I'm catching Obelix's units because he's approaching the red line, but like I said, he wouldn't be kiting this way if this was an actual battle. And once again, the Germanic hurlers refuse to fire, so we're going to have to do it again. Yeah, the Germanic hurlers facing the wrong way, not able to fire on the Elite Gotharsai, so the Elite Gotharsai win there. But now the 2 ranks deep Noble Alani cavalry are going to smash in, and what this does, 2 ranks deep, is they're going to take more casualties from Germanic Lancers, but they're going to stop the shock cavalry from moving around the flanks here. So that's another scenario. If you're not going to be using diamond and you want to stop the shock cavalry from breaking through, this is a possible scenario. But you can see that once again, Obelix is knocking down his own units, and he's also losing a significant portion of that unit because they aren't able to get away. Some of the Germanic Lancers are able to make it through, but they get hit by the Elite Gotharsai. So now the Germanics are off the field essentially, and they only have, let's see, yeah, they didn't get very many kills this time, 32 kills. So the Noble Elani Cavalry charges once into the Elite Gothrasai, then they continue through to the Germanic Hurlers. Now the Germanic Hurlers are in loose formation, and this formation helps them when they get charged by cavalry, because quite a lot of cavalry is going to spend more time getting to each individual man, and that gives the Germanic Hurlers a much needed survivability in this combat. I'm going to try to get the most out of my Alani Cavalry, charge back into the Elite Gothrasai warriors. The Noble Elani Cavalry gets over 200 kills in this particular case. So in one-on-one engagements, while it is always better to use wedge against shock cavalry when you're using melee cavalry, in mixed engagements things start looking different. And over here my Elite Gothrasai, after dealing with the Germanic Lancers, smash into these Elite Gothrasai. And because Obelix knocks down his own units, he loses more men than he needs to be losing, and these Elite Gothrasai warriors will defeat these warriors, and this hurler does not have enough men in the unit to kill the entire unit of Elite Gothrasai warriors. Could kite for a bit and could do some damage. So in this case, although I didn't win because we didn't play it out to where Obelix had used all of his ammunition, which we, in hindsight, that's what we should have done. Using skirmishers as in front of your cavalry requires you to do a special thing if you don't want to lose skirmishers unnecessarily, and if you don't want to lose the charging power that your shock cavalry has. So we're going to be looking at that in another video. Strength and honor.